Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. This is only a quick update. Not too much has happened. Market is sliding down slowly, possibly in anticipation, of tomorrow's Fed meeting. There isn't too much happening at the moment. But what I need to say before we start here, whatever happens tomorrow, don't necessarily take it too seriously, also not from an analysis point of view. So whenever we have such a Fed interest rate decision, there is a lot of short-term volatility taking place, and normally it's better to let the dust settle before really coming to conclusions, just to add to that. But certainly there will be a lot of volatility tomorrow. I can sort of, pretty much promise you that. So it will be an interesting day, always looking forward to that. But here, Ethereum, we are still in this C wave. And, there are two possibilities how it could unfold now. First possibility, and there isn't really a primary or not, because they are both absolutely highly probable. It depends on which point is triggered now. So you can see here the red count. I mean, this is sort of the primary count, yes, but it doesn't necessarily need to work out like that. The point is that I think in this wave C, we've seen a wave 1, a 2, a 3, and possibly the 4 here, and then we are already moving down now in the 5, which would complete the wave C of the wave 2, which is basically then fulfilling our scenario that we've been waiting for basically a month or two, that we are coming into this green area between 1130 and 1330 and will reverse to the upside. So if we then look at the subwaves, also in red, could very well be that this was a wave 1 down, this a 2 up, and we're now heading down in 3, 4, 5, and so on. Yeah, bit of a problem that this move down here looks corrective. So it rather makes the impression of a 3-wave move. So this is not high confidence that we're heading down. Yeah, better to look at the key support level here, this swing low at basically 1325 or something, 1330. And if we break below that, it would strongly suggest that we are already heading down in wave 5. If we do not break this, then the white count has a chance still, in that we moved up in a wave 4, absolutely, but the wave 4 isn't actually finished yet. So that this was only the wave A of the wave 4, because it has impulsive characteristics. Yeah, it does look a bit like a 5-wave move. This move down, as I just said, looks a bit corrective. And then it could very much be that we will have another rally in a wave C before we come down in wave 5. Okay, why is this possible? First of all, it's possible because this wave up can be counted as an impulse as well. Yeah, it has characteristics of an impulse. Again, this move down looks a bit corrective, like a 3-wave structure. And so as long as we stay above, 1320, 1330, this is definitely high probability that we will see a bit of a rally still to the upside. We started already earlier, but we failed again. So, we're basically sitting on the fence here between that swing low at 1325 and the high at 1393. So if you break above the high, then I think we're going to see here the move up in a wave C, which is an impulse, part of an ABC structure in a wave 4. And what are the targets for that? So first target would be the 1423 level. That is the 38.2% fib level. And then the 50% fib level is 1467. And then if we get to that level, we're basically maxing out what that wave 4 should do. So there could be a bit of a rally. So maybe tomorrow the catalyst could be the Fed interest rate decision, but I'm not expecting a rally, but again, there could be one. Who knows, right? Who knows? I don't know. Whatever is priced in, we don't know. So it doesn't really make sense to trade based on an interest rate decision. It only makes sense to trade based on the technical aspects here. And I gave you the 2 key levels that are of relevance here. And let's say, okay, we break below 1325. What would be the target for that red wave 3? Again, we're getting really here again into the micro, but target roughly would be 1280. Yeah, and then we would see a wave 4 up and a wave 5 down, possibly getting down to 1220, the 2.618 extension. So this is sort of how I currently see the market. Didn't want to delete that. And yeah, I guess later we already know more, or tomorrow will be definitely interesting. So what I need to say very clearly, the next low below this wave 3 could be the last one. Could be the last one. But it doesn't need to be the last one. Yeah, there could be another 3-wave move up and a 5-wave move down. The problem is that there are numerous counts possible on this wave down. Important to understand is that the price must not drop below $1,000. If it does, we will threaten the June lows, and it could very well be that we will go down all the way to 650, 660, yeah, and make a new low. If we go below $1,000, this is certainly very much possible and actually quite likely. So the $1,000 level needs to hold better if this 1130 level is holding. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scale in here. I started already here at 1330 today, but again with a very small position. The way I do this, and I explained that in the channel member live stream, I normally, if we get too close to a wave 2 support, I normally scale in like that. So I don't buy and then hope it's going to go up. No, I'm scaling in. I start with a very small position and I go a bit larger. So basically 3 or 4 tranches, yeah, or batches I buy, whereas I start with very little volume up here and then it goes a little bit wider as we hit further and get closer to support. That just improves your or reduces your risk, because you buy more closer to support, and if it goes up before your last buy order, it's not a problem. You can still scale up later when you have an established uptrend. That is normally how I use it and how it's normally traditionally used when trading the Elliott Waves. And you know, you could then scale a little bit more in here in that wave 2, and then when we get here sort of towards the end of the wave 3, it's all about profit taking, isn't it? So that's how I would then scale out again, you know, taking a bit lower, you know, realizing a little bit of profit, more profit, as much profit as possible then here, and basically closing that position the higher we go in wave 3. Just in a nutshell here, because a few people have asked. So that's my update about Ethereum. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.